Capricorn.
Hello Capricorn, this is your forecast for February 2015, and I love what I'm seeing here for you this month, especially when it comes to your financial situation, as we're going to be focusing here on your income, how you can improve it, news perhaps about how it could be tweaked, or offers coming in, and it could even be offers coming in from the past. And this is also because Mercury's retrograde here in this area, and even when it goes direct, it's going to continue straight throughout the month. So you're going to have extended time in this area so that you can tweak your financial security. And plus we have the new moon too in this area, and the new moon will always spark a new beginning, a new idea, a concept, and our intentions are always placed at that new moon. And for you, it should all be about how you can increase by consciously tweaking, looking at numbers, crunching numbers on this area. And then the intention should be where you promise yourself to set off a little time every month to catch up on the overall picture, because we get carried away when life catches up with us, and the planets are moving through other areas of the chart, and then our focus is there, and then we don't focus here like we will be this month on our financial situation. So if you can do that and create a little pact with yourself that you do want to set off a little time every month, you'll come to see that you can really grow step by step like a ladder. And you being Capricorn, you're all about climbing to those heights, right? And I'm sure that most of you want to see a good return on your income as well. So this month, because the focus is going to be so strong, plus we have initiations, new beginnings here this month as well, it will help you to get into that mode of focusing on it. We have a relatively quiet month as opposed to what has been in the past, and I like that, because what it's going to do, it's going to take a situation at a time, and it's going to initiate, and it's going to mull, it's going to sit there so that we can really embrace this whatever now is coming in specifically for you. Of course, it's going to relate depending on what you have in your birth chart. But here in your solar chart, we have a couple of conjunctions showing that we're opening up new doors. So we'll get back to that. Let me just mention your full moon this month is going to be in the 8th house of joint resources. So that's money that you hold with your partner. It could also be joint resources, of course, with your significant other. It could be investments. I like this full moon here, Capricorn, because it is conjunct to your Jupiter. And Jupiter has been in this area for a while, and even though Jupiter is retrograde, the full moon won't really pay too much attention to it. It will be an expansive full moon because of Jupiter, and it can even bring back things from the past as well, since it is retrograde. But yes, so having the new moon and the full moon in your financial houses on either side should definitely help you focus here on how things can improve. Plus, what I like about this full moon is that it's going to be trine Uranus. Uranus is in the 4th house, and that is home and family. It's the foundation that you've created for yourself. So somewhere here, there could be news financially related to a family member, perhaps, but it could also be real estate, property. Maybe you're thinking of buying or selling. Then this should also actually come in and be good for you. And that date is around the 3rd, February 3rd. Now, Mercury will be retrograde until February 11th. 12th if you are on the east side of the world, Europe and onwards, so 11th and 12th there. This retrograde, I feel, could be now you finding out original, genuine, new ideas, totally different from what you have been doing financially. So think outside of the box. And I say outside of the box because it's in the sign of Aquarius. And Aquarius will always come up with inventive new ways, not the old traditional. And of course, you being Capricornian, you like security. You like those things that are solid, sound, and tested, of course. And you want to keep that. You don't want to escape it. But also listen to perhaps these new original ideas that might just be filtering in from these higher dimensions, and see what that might do for you here this month. But let's look, top of the month we got Venus and Neptune. They are conjunct. And so for this, I feel that we have in your third house, it's communication. So you might feel that it's easier to communicate your feelings, your emotions with your partner. It may be a great time to negotiate and talk, at least on a conceptual level, since Neptune isn't like Saturn, it's not set. What it is, it's more visions. So you might have a fantastic, great idea, and if you have a presentation going on here on the first, well, then I feel it will come across in a great way where whoever's listening may get it. What it is you see, they will be able to see. So Mars here also in your third house for communication here this month is allowing you to creatively move ahead. It's in the sign of Pisces. So we have both Venus and Mars, Neptune together in Pisces. And that is not just your emotional and psychic nature, but it is also your spiritual and creative nature. This is what is important to you this month. Last month you were more so focusing how to use your Venus and Mars financially, but the Sun and Mercury is continuing that, so you got that there. But whatever you got there in January, February is all about, well, okay, how can I run with it? How can I get it out there? And so social media should be an important channel for you this month. Your community at large will be probably a little bit more important, and siblings can play into this somehow. But yes, don't be afraid to share. And I'm feeling here from mid-month, both Venus and Mars, they're going to move out of this area, out of Pisces, into the entrepreneurial sign of Aries. So that's when you're really going to fire up and rev up those engines and run with it. And there I see you're going to start putting down a root, because then they're moving into your fourth house, and that will want to anchor in those things that late January and February here has been giving or bestowing upon you. So whatever you can do early month, as far as that goes, you're going to be really, really good. And then you're going to see the end of the month how things are really going to start lighting itself up, especially because now Mercury will be direct, after the 11th, 12th, so that you can, if you need to sign any papers, that will be a good time to do so. And especially because Mars and Venus is going to be in the fourth house of property and real estate and family. And if you're thinking about buying, selling, this would be a great time, even though it's winter. Who would know? We always think about putting our house on the market springtime, where it presents itself maybe different, especially for those of you that are up north. However, though, the planets are favorable for you if this is in fact one of your ideas. But let's jump back there to February 2nd. We have Mercury we have Sun and Uranus sextile. The Sun, second house, Uranus, the fourth house. So this has to do with money and family members, property, whatever talks you have here or ideas that you may have. This will be positive. We got a favorable aspect both on the 2nd and also on the 5th, as Mercury will come in and lock something in with Saturn. Saturn will, that is your ruler, will ensure that it will give you the feeling of conviction that yes, this is what I want to do. So, but it's not a good time yet on the 5th to initiate. You can have negotiations, but don't sign. Once you get beyond February 8th, Venus and Pluto will be together, and Venus is your values. It's those things that you appreciate. It's also love and romance. With all this passion from Pluto, Pluto's transformative. It really gets you deeply within the core. So you will see that this could be a very romantic day for you, Capricorn, but it's also a good money day for you. And Venus here then in the 3rd house, Pluto in the 1st house. So your communication is you. That's the 1st house. Transforming, wanting to bring up something that is very deep, something you might have had feeling heartfelt for a long time, but not really expressing. On the 8th, this is the time to do so. And you will see how it can birth a new transformational state as far as love and romance goes. It's a great day. Now on the 19th, here we go. This is when you want to start pushing into forward motion. Mercury and Saturn, we had a great date there on the 5th, but now since it's direct, you can actually sign papers, you can negotiate. Not only is Mercury beautiful here on the 19th, but we have Mars, which is your drive, action, goal. It's moving into the sign of Aries, and it rules Aries, so it's a double whammy Mars. Venus is following in on the 20th, so they're hand in hand. They're coming up upon a conjunction, which will be exact on the 22nd. So you can see between the 19th and the 22nd, this is the time to actually push forward, birth any new concept, idea, new business, or any money matters, or even a new relationship. Fantastic at this time. You'll feel from the get-go that now there's this wave lifting you up towards the crest, and there might be a little apprehension too. Why? Because the sun is going to be stuck in a square here on the 23rd, but it's not one of those I feel challenges that are going to be difficult, even though it is a square, because you're surrounded by the conjunction. You're surrounded by two beautiful trines at the very same time to Saturn, which is your ruler, which also rules the structure and security. And so that you will feel that even though you have a little apprehension, it's one of those like stage frights. Like, here we go, right? But once you initiate, my goodness, this wave, Capricorn, it's going to lift you, and it just trust the surf, that the surf is going to take you exactly where it needs to go. It knows how to find the shoreline in there. So straight through the month from, I'd like to say the 19th and the rest of the month, my goodness, there is one big green light for you. And it's ending here at the end of the month with Sun conjunct Neptune, which is you and your hopes and dreams. And here we go, the conjunctions. They always appear when two planets occupy the same degree in your chart. So you're going to feel flared up with vision on February 26th. So you can see there isn't a lot of challenges this month. And God knows that we had a lot of that, you know, in 2013 and 14. But here we have a streamlined, forward directed motion that is just going to set things aligned for you. So let's talk a little bit about the new moon and the full moon this month. Well, we actually did that. I'm still here in the past reading. So, but the new moon and the full moon, it's their 2nd and 8th house, money and investments and shared resources. So if we tie that into what we were just talking about, we can see anything, buying, selling, new business that can come about. This is the time for you to do so, and you will be quite fortunate with what it is you're setting out to achieve. So listen to your partner's chart this month, just because we have such positive planets, dynamic ones, that you want to see what is up with him or her and where it's going to affect them. because then you'll know how to position yourself to your partner. And then of course your moon and rising sign will also show the other areas in your chart where this Venus Mars is going to do the trick and hold the golden key for you. And I will see you next month in March, Capricorn. So have a good one. Bye now.